In other news now, we're looking at history being created, this time yet again at ISRO.
That's correct. The countdown is on for the launch of the South Asia Satellite, a gift from India to South Asian countries, which will blast off from Sriharikota at 4:57 p.m. this evening.
The satellite, which is to be launched on board India's heaviest rocket, the GSLV, it's built at a cost of around 450 crores. The satellite, more importantly, is to bind South Asia as an information hub, providing connectivity through 12 transponders.
The South Asia Satellite, the first of its kind in the subcontinent, was earlier known as the South Satellite. You'll recall, Pakistan, of course, decided not to participate in this grand connectivity mission envisioned by the Prime Minister and the Indian government, thus this being renamed as the South Asia Satellite.
It will predominantly provide the DTH connectivity along with information exchange for disaster management, besides providing a whole host of other services, which includes a hotline for information between the connected SAARC countries.
Well, let's go across to our Foreign Affairs editor, Geeta Mohan, joining us with further updates. Good afternoon, Geeta. It's a big day. It's a big day for India, where we are taking this giant leap as a gift for our neighbouring nations, something that the Prime Minister himself had spoken of in 2014. Today, all of it is turning to reality at 4:57 p.m. Of course, keeping Pakistan out of it.
Well, the inception of this idea was and comes from Prime Minister Narendra Modi's own statement, Sabka Saath, Sabka Vikas, taking it to a different level from domestic to saying that if India needs to prosper, if South Asia needs to prosper, then every country in the region has to be prosperous. And for the prosperity of all the countries, there needs to be connectivity, communication and information sharing. This satellite is going to do just that. There were concerns regarding the satellite, and because of which, while all the other South Asian countries were on board, there were two countries that objected to it. Afghanistan, for very specific reasons to do with the nitty-gritties and details of the agreement, but Pakistan specifically to do with the fact that there is information sharing that is going to happen, and it has to do with the satellite, which they were not very comfortable with. But on the other hand, look at the bigger picture over here. We are looking at all the countries coming together. There's going to be connectivity, information sharing amongst all the South Asian countries, but Pakistan over here clearly is isolated.
That's right. Given that mentioned there, Geeta, it's largely to do with the benefit of information sharing, and Pakistan is the only country that has shown concerns of that information sharing, on how every other country involved in this has really taken this as a positive.
Well, that's right. Every other country is interested in the growth of her own nation with India. India is a major economic power in South Asia, and given that India is also a huge knowledge hub, this satellite would work very well for all those countries that require that kind of a satellite and a hub to have knowledge, information and communication networks working for all countries in the South Asian in the subcontinent and the South Asian region. Pakistan is not just the only country that has objected to it, but there were concerns regarding having Pakistan as a part of this entire initiative, where Pakistan has not been really clear and fair on communications, on information sharing, as also on the fact that there needs to be openness and transparency in countries coming together, rather than using various unconventional tools against neighborhood, against
Geeta.
various neighbors.
Right. Geeta, thanks very much for joining us for the moment. With that, of course, India only displaying its regional influence.